This date between Chian and Myron has been amazing. Let's watch the next part.
That's you. Majority of women come in, meet the guy. Okay, what can I get from this guy? Okay, this guy's a simp. I'll just take him out on dinner dates he could pay. I'm never gonna smash him. Another guy, this guy's hot. You know, I can smash him. I can hang out with him. This guy, he has some utility. He's a plumber. Okay, he can do my plumbing, but I'll give him a BJ once. Girls put guys in roles. It's your job as the man to make sure you're the top guy and you got the main role where you're not investing too much and she's investing more in you. Girls only respect men that they invest in. The girl always has to like the guy more than she likes him.
Wow, that's interesting from Myron. In my opinion, it is very true. Women will definitely put guys in category. Usually a woman will very quickly indicate whether she's interested in the guy much more than just friendship early. Very quickly, a woman will analyze the situation. She will classify the man whether he's only for providing resources, whether he's only for dates and free dinners, or if he has the potential for long-term partner. Very quickly. It is your job as a man to check whether the woman wants to be with you genuinely or if she wants to only use your resources. That's your job. So let's take an example. You go on a date with a woman. On the first date, you don't even touch her. You don't even kiss her. Second date, same thing. It's your job as a man to realize that she's not interested in you. You have different ways to check if she's interested in you. You can, for example, see if she's asking questions about you. If she really wants to know about you. You can also check whether you want to be physical with her. Let's say that you want to take her hands and she quickly take it away. That probably means that she doesn't really fancy you. She doesn't really want to be with you physically. And the issue is that on one side, you guys can be compatible 100% mentally, even in terms of values. But when there is no connection physically, she's not attracted to you, then you're just wasting your time, both of you. And obviously, as a man, you're the one that is going to spend your resources, spend your time and money on dates. Then it's your job to assess whether you're investing your time and money in the right manner. So if she's not interested in you, she doesn't have a burning, genuine desire, move on to the next woman. Let's continue.
Here's the thing. We can say that women are changing, whatever, but we're all slaves to our biology. Women are 100% okay with sharing men. It's been that way since the beginning of time. I would say it's even more apparent now. With Instagram, dating apps, etc., a minority of men are getting a majority of the women. Mm-hmm. And women are okay with that. I mean, walk into a nightclub. It's probably one of the most carnal representations of human nature. All the women are sitting in one section with a bunch of the guys that have the highest perceived status in that social setting.
This is where I do not agree with Myron, but at the same time, he's got a very good point. I think the dating game and the nightclub game in the US versus Europe is totally different. When I was in the US, for example, what used to happen in nightclub, you will have a minority of men having these tables with the bottles, and you will have all the women, probably 80% of the women, sitting at their table. That's not the case in the majority of European countries. So I would say in terms of gold digging and hypergamy, maybe, and the willingness to share a man, it's much more developed in countries like the US. That's the first point. I don't think that the majority of women are happy to share a man. I think a lot of women want a specific lifestyle. Only few men can afford this specific lifestyle. So what tends to happen is that these women will turn and be around the same type of men, the very successful men. And these men will get a lot of attention from women. However, a lot of women will not necessarily accept sharing their men, that the man officially sleeps around. That's the reality of the matter. But as an advice for women today, I'm going to give an advice to women today. If you guys want to have a specific lifestyle, you want to date or marry the top 1% of men, very successful men, then That means that you as a woman is going to have much more competition with other women, because all the women are interested in the same type of man. So the higher the man, the more competition for women. You have to acknowledge this fact. I'm not saying that all men are going to cheat, and it's okay to cheat, but the temptation that these men are going to go through is much higher if they are high value. And it's up to you to decide whether you want to live in a very high competitive market, or if you want to settle, or maybe just decide to go for average man, a regular man. Let's continue.
Right? If you don't believe me, think about it. If a dude's fat, we just call him fat. You're a loser, huh? If a woman's fat, love your curves, girl. You go. She's rude and obnoxious. Oh, you know what? They just can't handle you. You're strong and independent, fierce. We have all these terms to cover up female inadequacies, but we don't have these same terms for men.
That's very true. We have loads of different terms. We have the body positivity. We have you can't handle me. You can't handle this type of woman. There's never anything wrong with the woman. And that's the language that we use. If a man is going to go and talk to his girlfriend and he's not happy about something, she can say that he's mansplaining. So there is a specific word when the guy wants to express something. It's called mansplaining. And then a lot of women are complaining that men are not happy and honest with their feelings. As soon as they will talk, as soon as they will express their opinion, they're going to be classified as a mansplainer. So you can't have everything. The second point is if a man is a loser, he's going to be called a bum. If a man is fat, he's going to be called fat. As simple as that. But the reality hits women much later in life. So usually it hits women first when they hit the wall, around 30, 35. And then the second time is at 45, 50. When they realize that they will never be able to secure the man they want. And also they will never have kids. And that's very sad for this category of women that have lived trying to dream for something that is never going to happen. So it's a pro on the woman's side in the sense that they can continue to live in the fairy tale between 20 and 40, for example. But then when the reality hit them, it's much harder. And this is why the vast majority of people on antidepressants today are women. And the last point is that the vast majority of the self-improvement content is for men. Why is that? Because women tend not to be so attracted to this type of content. This is more something that talks to men. Because men positively receive criticism. Positively receive the fact they are not at the level that they should be. So as a result, men will receive this criticism and welcome the criticism and improve. And you will see two different categories of men. On one side, you will see the men that are positively receiving this criticism and they are going to improve. And the other side, men that are classifying themselves as victims and as a result will not improve. Let's continue.
Kind of concede to what their girl wants. This stupid quote, happy wife, happy life. I think that's the dumbest quote ever.
That is a good.
I totally agree. It's the dumbest quote ever. It's not because your wife is happy that the family is going to be successful. As simple as that. You can see it actually in the figures. The vast majority of divorces are initiated by women. And it goes up to 90% for college-educated women. So today, the vast majority of families are broken because of women. That's the reality. I'm not saying that men do not have a part in the destruction of the families. But the person that is pressing the button, that is saying, no, I'm not happy to spend my life with you anymore. The person that is breaking the vows, for better or for worse, the worst part doesn't exist anymore. It's only for better. This is why the person that is initiating the divorce is the vast majority of the cases, the woman. And you will see that For example, a lot of people are saying that men are cheating and this is the why women are divorcing. That's not true. The vast majority of divorces today are initiated for lack of compatibility or because you have financial difficulties. So it's not because the men are cheating that people are divorcing. I think that's the fourth or fifth causes of divorce. Secondly, in my opinion, the issue is that in the family, in a couple and a family, you have different tasks to be done. You might have task A, task B, task C, and task D. But today, everyone wants to do task A and task B. And as a result, task C and D are not done. And this is translated in the way kids are being raised. Today, kids are not necessarily being raised by their parents. As soon as they are 6 months, they go to nursery. And then they go to school. And parents have very little say in what they are being taught. So if you do not take care of your kids, and a lot of people also do not take care of their houses, then you end up in this situation where the house is a mess, where the meals, the food is fast food or already prepared food, processed food. And we have so many other issues as a result because we don't spend time to take care of the house, we don't spend time to take care of the kids, and we don't spend time to have a healthy diet that is home cooked. If all you do is eating processed food, you're going to have very bad health. So I'm not saying that women have to be the one taking care of the house all the time, or they have to take care of the kids on their own. Every couple will decide how they organize themselves. However, someone has to do it. So if the woman is happy to work and the man is happy to take care of the house, so be it. But unfortunately, because of hypergamy, the vast majority of women are not necessarily happy for the men not to work. And that's more biological based. And my take on this is that I wish both the husband and the wife are happy. I don't want only one side to be happy. I don't want only the husband to be happy. But I want both of them, the wife and the husband, to be happy. So this quote, happy wife, happy life, is totally wrong. And it's very sexist as well. Let's continue.
Is create a legacy so that whether they like you or not, they respect you. That's what I care about. I don't care if people like me or not. Because I'll tell you this, there's plenty of girls that I've had sex with that didn't like me, but they respected me. Because women must respect you to like you.
Wow, that's an interesting one. But I genuinely believe that as a man, you should be able to create a legacy. And I'm not saying that you necessarily have to create wealth. You have to create a legacy. That can be the family, for example. You invest massively in creating the best possible family, the best possible kids. That's a possibility. You can also create your own company and become an entrepreneur, for example. That's another possibility. Or you can climb the ladder in the corporation world as well. There are various options if you want to create a legacy. But as a man, I do believe that we are drawn to create a legacy. And most men will not be fulfilled if they don't create a legacy. If you have missed the first part of my reaction of Chian and Myron, I recommend you to watch this video.